Hello and welcome to week 5. The first thing you'll do for week 5 is you will click on the link for your reading assignment. This week you're reading chapter 5, section 7 and chapter 8, section 5. You have a different kind of slide deck this week. You have additional guidelines for your visual definition, and you also have a slide deck about pronouns. Now, this week you're going to do a visual definition. This is your video presentation. You've got some examples, so if you click on this link, it will take you to YouTube. There's a playlist set up of former students' visual definitions, but let's look at the directions for this assignment. Okay, again, we've been working with community all semester, and we know that homelessness and other issues of displacement from homes or jobs is a big problem in our state, in some of our cities and suburbs. So what I want you to do is through the lens of homelessness, I want you to pick one of these words to define. And again, thinking of what this word would mean to the homeless. Things like squalor, volunteerism, hopelessness, relief, joy. And I want you to define it. Now remember that you are going to think through how you'll introduce the word and build that definition. So what I gave you down here is just kind of a paragraph that walks you through. So if a definition is created by providing the audience with an understanding of the characteristics of that particular word, if I were identifying the word teenager, for example, I might focus on characteristics such as moodiness, disorganization, lack of personal hygiene, belligerence. And the characteristics of the word can be revealed through an anecdote, which is a short story, written explanation, a comparison, cause and effect, all of these things. So we did a narrative with description. So far in this semester, we've also done a comparison with exemplification, but all of those pieces can work together to help you define a word as you see that particular word. So what I want you to keep in mind as you prepare this visual definition, sorry about that, is you're going to start with, frames or however you want to set it up. If you use something like Animoto, you're going to have, just small frames that you're working across, a storyboard. If you're working with something like, Google Slides where you're going to animate it, or you're using a certain video production software, you'll think about it in terms of what comes, first and what should come last. So in frame 1, you need the title, and often that's the word that you're defining, and you, the author. Then you want to start thinking about how to introduce that term that you're going to define. You want to think about who your audience and purpose are. Then you're going to think through several frames of combining images, color, music, text to define that term. And each slide or frame should choose a particular characteristic of the term and illustrate it. Then basically you're walking us through an understanding of what this word means in relationship to the overarching topic of homelessness. And then you'll close somehow in that last frame, and then you'll have a credits frame. The credits frame, first of all, you can use more than 20 frames. Your final video should be about 1 to 2 minutes long. But I want you to think about those credits. You do not have to cite them according to MLA format. You can just simply say, you want to think about what you have borrowed from others out there. So your music, we'll need to, that should be on your credits page. Any images, so even if you get them from things like, Pixabay or Google Images, you'll want to identify. And if you've gotten it from more than one place, you want to list them all. If you've included a brainy quote or something like that, you'll want to include that as well. All right, and then you will have a written reflection. And so in addition to creating this video and sending, turning in a link or downloading and uploading that particular MP4, you'll also do a 1-page essay that answers the following questions: why you picked the word, what images you chose and why, how they reinforce the word's meaning, your background and music choices, how did those work to convey the meaning of the word? Did you add any quotes? And if so, how did they work to prove the word's meaning? Do you believe that your visual definition is convincing? Why or why not? And did you learn, what did you learn that you can take to future assignments? So 1-page essay, intro, body, conclusion. So remember, it's an essay format. not just one page written out top to bottom. And you want to think about, unity, cohesion of this particular reflection, but also pay attention to grammar, spelling, punctuation, and usage. All right, so that's the assignment. Like I said, you've got some sorry about that. You've got some examples that you can look through, as I said, on that examples link. And then what you're going to do is all of your assignments are due on Sunday this week. So you're going to turn in discussion form number 5. And here you're going to submit the link to your visual definition or upload it. You're going to view at least 2 other students' videos and comment on them. But remember, this isn't a peer review. You don't want to give them constructive criticism because they are not going to reproduce the video. Just consider commenting on what you've learned about this issue or what part of the definition resonated with you. So all 3 responses are due by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. In addition, you're going to submit your visual definition. So it might be a link to that or an upload, but you also need to upload that 1-page written reflection. And then finally, take your grammar and usage checkpoint number 5. All again due by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. And if you have any questions, just let me know.